Members of the committee, members of the council, we are honored to have folks from the Beer Board here with us. Ms. Eslick, would you introduce the folks that are with you?
With me, I have Julie Hudson, office assistant, and Terrence Darby, one of the inspectors. I also want to acknowledge that our chairperson is here, and Ann Arney, and one of the other inspector, Jim Spray.
Ms. Eslick, our threshold question is, are you satisfied with your budget? And if you will answer that, and you please feel free to make any introductory remarks you would like to make.
I am satisfied with the budget. Under the mayor's proposed budget, we will not see a decrease in our staff, for which we are very thankful. Our department maintains the records of more than 1,500 beer and dance permit holders, and we enforce the metro and state laws throughout Davidson County. Being a department of 4, it is difficult to provide those services on a day-to-day basis, but we do the best we can to provide efficient service to our clients. We projected $325,000 in revenue for fiscal year 2012 and have exceeded our projections. We expect to remain within our budget this year, and we'll do our best with next year's budget. And thank you again.
Thank you. Councilman Tigert.
Thank you. I see one of your goals is by 2013, your clients will have the option to pay fees with credit card. Is that due to a request through Metro IT, or what was the procedure to get to that stage?
Well, we wanted to be able in the future to do that.
It's not in the pipeline yet, though?
Yes. We have received the terminal bid. It was installed this week.
Okay.
But we're requesting some program for it, and then I think we'll be with it in a few days.
Is there any programming required or services required from Metro IT, or is this simply a PayPal type account to do it?
That's my understanding. I'm rather new with it, but it's my understanding from the instructions we were given the other day, but there are some things that right. It's our understanding of that.
The fees to apply for a beer permit and licensing and all the procedures, are our fees comparable to surrounding counties, other municipalities in the state? Have we ever looked and see, when's the last time we've adjusted fee schedule for permits? Or is that controlled by state regulation?
Mostly the state.
Very little metro, very little metro autonomy to do that then?
Right.
Okay.
Right, and from my records, it was like 1993, if I'm not mistaken.
So the fees have not gone up since '93, and everything that you charge is controlled by state regulations? Everything,
the beer, the civil penalties, they did change that some a few years ago. They have a program called the Responsible Vendor, and if it's sold to a minor, we can charge them up to $1,000, where it used to be $1,500. But all others violations, we can go up to $2,500.
Do the fees you collect cover the level of services or the required, overhead and level of services to produce the permit?
Yes.
So we're okay at the fee structure, even though it's been 18, 19 years since it's been adjusted.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Councilman Holloman.
I just want to ask a quick question about the Responsible Vendor Program. Of the license holders or permit holders in Davidson County, approximately how many are responsible vendors? Couple dozen, hundreds? My sense is there's not a lot of participation in the program.
It is basically 3 major big organizations.
Okay. That have multiple locations.
Responsible vendors, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Councilman Hunt.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Ms. Eslick, for being here. I'm just curious, and this is something I'm trying to figure out across all agencies. Of all the budget cuts we've had over the past several years, Has it had any effect on your staffing levels, or how many people have you lost, if any, over the last 2 or 3 years?
In the last 2 or 3 years, we have not lost any. I want to say it was 2005, but 2005 to 2006.
Ms. Eslick, please pull that just a little
Oh,
bit closer. I'm sorry, just to make
I
sure.
want to say it was either 2005 or 2006 that we had our last lost of staff.
And do you recall how many you lost, or where they put you at, what level did they put you at today?
We only 4, staff of 4. 15 years ago when I came aboard, a few years, 14 years, we were working in a capacity, it was 3 office personnel and 2 to 3 beer inspectors. Right now, it's 2 office personnel and 2 beer inspectors.
So you've lost a significant number.
Actually, it was 4 in the office, I'm sorry.
Okay.
So it's down to 2 in the office now.
So all told today, you have, what, 5 people?
4.
4 people.
4 people.
Coming from perhaps, what, 8, 9, some years ago?
Before my time, it may have been that many, but when I came, I would say there was 3 beer inspectors, and wasn't that right? 3 beer inspectors.
We've had up to 4 at one time, 4 inspectors at one time.
There's a microphone right.
I'm sorry, excuse me.
He was here before I was.
I'm Inspector Darby. We've had at one time up to 4 inspectors and I believe 4 office staff, if I'm not mistaken.
So you've lost about 50%.
That's correct.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Councilman Bedney.
Yeah, hi, back here.
Oh, okay.
About, I want to say 9 months ago, U.S. citizen, happens to be Latina and business owner in my district, told me that she was harassed by a beer inspector at her store. And I just wanted to know if there is any way to identify and to remedy that so it doesn't happen anymore. This is an accusation. I don't have any way to demonstrate to you one way or another, and I don't even know this is the forum to ask this question, but it will be, I would like to be able to tell her what will be the proper recourse for her to prevent that from happening to her and other people.
I would ask them to come in and talk with me in the office, and I get with her and I get with the person that she states that harassed her.
Yeah.
And
Councilman, I would just suggest that perhaps the 2 of you all visit afterwards to figure out exactly how to get them in touch with each
All right.
other.
I apologize.
No need to. It's just that it might be simpler and more efficient for the
Okay.
2 of you all to figure that out and easier to communicate.
Thank you.
Councilwoman Bennett.
Thank you, Councilmember Stein. Ms. Eslick, thank you for being here. I have one kind of quick question. On your accomplishments, you list the beer permit application has been simplified. How computerized is that process for your staff? And is there any possibility that there may be an online web version where the community can go and if they have a complaint or if they want to look and see who the beer permit holder or the individual is, their contact information where it's more accessible for the community? I know every time I have a question or a problem, I have to call you personally, and I hate to have to do that.
probably in the future, we can look at that. We don't have it at this moment. We just have the applications on the website, but we do not have that information.
Are the applications before your board meets, is that when it's online or is it always online?
It's just the application itself for them to be able to submit.
When they apply?
Right.
Okay.
But the information is not there on
So
applicants.
one of your goals then is probably to move this forward in the future and make it more user-friendly for the community then, is that
Yes,
correct?
right.
Okay, thank you.
Councilwoman Gilmore.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I was reading in your strategic issues about, it says increased time spent by pursuing collections, fees, and fines. And I just wanted to know, had you explored other options during your board? I know some of the different departments kind of outsource it. Is that not something that you could do? And if you could just kind of respond to that. You
Okay.
understand my question?
No.
Okay.
When you say outsource.
I just know some of the other departments let different persons outside of their department worry about the collections of fees. In your strategic issues, it says that, it states that that's one of your issues. And I'm saying, have you explored other ways or remedies to kind of overcome the collection of fees since it's requiring so much time?
No, we have not in that way. You know, if the most that we can do, if we can get another employee, that will be helpful, is having someone else to collect the fees. But no, I have not looked at that.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Essex, thank you all for being here, and thank you for your work. Mr. McQuiston, we're ready for the Transportation Licensing Commission.
Thank you.